Right, here we go. Real holy laughter. Unravelled for daybreak. Speak with Pearl. Am I in Pearl's office? It feels like I've just gone through something horrifying. Like something was about to tear me to pieces. Take a breath and talk to your companions. Well, we've already talked to them. We know this. So let's get on with it.
Is there something else I can help you with?
The Smile Society has been around for a while. How are you unaware of what they've been doing?
I had put them on a temporary watch list before, due to significant decreases in crime rates in certain regions. But now, we finally know how they achieved such a miracle. Personally speaking, I cannot fault the citizens who joined the society, nor do I wish to fixate on the accountability of those who governed at the time. After all, for the corporation, the Smile Society is a tool for maintaining stability, and the members are simply following the human instinct to avoid suffering. You've been to Penacony. You should know. There, the family's members lull guests to sleep with power of the harmony and soothe their pain. From a human ethics point of view, it is well within people's rights to avert pain in moderation.
Yes, in moderation.
Humans cannot turn off their innate negative feedback like Intellitrons do. I understand, and deeply sympathize with that.
Innate and negative feedback, pain and anxiety.
My assigned theme is analytical art, but at the same time, I am fortunate to be appointed governor of a world. The portrayal and sublimation of pain in human works of art shine among humanity's greatest treasures. Tragedy, elegy, and lost epics. Their soul-stirring power springs from a profound understanding of this negative feedback. This so-called happiness surgery does more than just obliterate people's perception of pain. It strips away human complexity and turns what was dynamic and brilliant into a monotonous blotch. To me, governing this world is like creating a painting. My vision is to maintain the diversity of life forms and preserve their potential for growth and change. The Research Society has disrespected my work. Thus, my duty and theme have become one and the same. I will do all that I can to cleanse the misguided strokes of the Research Society from this land. Thank you again for lending your aid, Nameless. I will begin extrapolation of our next steps now.
I want to go over things with everyone else. See you later, Madam Pearl.
Please, be my guest. I hope you all get some proper rest before moving out again.
Before the supplicants go their separate ways, Full Wish is definitely a good hunting target for us to align our goals.
It's almost time. I should get back to work too.
In the end, I'm just an actor.
Full Wish's partner. Perhaps someone far more dangerous has already set their sights on this round of the Phantasmoon Games.
really up to no good.
Definitely.
You know, I'm not here to be an ornament.
Assessment. You have something to ask me, Mr. Ashvale.
Well, lately, I've been on an extremely lucky streak. Be it Full Wish or Magnus, the elites practically gained sentience and came to me one by one.
Luck is also an important part of one's toolkit. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm beginning to think you're the one behind it all. You tasked me to investigate the Society and protect the Astral Express, which all led to me unleashing my shadow on those people. Just so you can confirm your hypothesis. You had everything planned out since the beginning, hadn't you?
If I answer yes, would it wound your ego?
Perhaps.
Yes. I paved the way for your investigation, leading you straight to the suspects. Through you, I confirmed my suspicions about the Research Society. However, the question of abundance transformation remains a thorny issue for me. Fortunately, there's a ranger who specializes in confronting such abominations, having lived in long seclusion within Planarcadia.
But you know, that shadow sealed inside my arm can be very dangerous. Simply removing the nail can cause it to stir and resonate with the torn scroll and fissure. Had I not kept it under control at that time, the fight would have ended with all of us buried in that bottomless abyss. Is that part of your plans too, Pearl?
Humans fear the worst, but to the Intellitrons, such fears are merely irrational deterrents. Wasn't the mask of elation I gave you enough to pin down the shadow? That gift you found through the guidance of the Express Navigator, Star Seer, I see. That very shadow that devoured the Swarm and Lord Ravager Zulo 10 amber eras ago.
Oh.
That very shadow that devoured Shuth, the emanator of abundance, hundreds of years ago.
Damn.
You won the bet. You sure know a lot about this.
Please, allow me to correct you. My ethical parameters prohibit engagement in probabilistic gambits. Accordingly, I operate by acquiring sufficient information to ensure zero margin for error. Then again, you are the species that brought art into existence as a form of expression. That seed of creation exists even in the most ignorant of humans' minds. And for that, I love and admire you. Whether you believe it or not, I will honor our initial agreement, Mr. La Mancha. At the moment of victory in the Phantasmoon Games, I will free you from all sufferings and fulfill your wish. To let a Galaxy Ranger die peacefully in his bed.
that case, I will continue to fight for you, my lady. Right. You mentioned several times wanting to replicate the works of Graphia. I don't know much about art, but I was considering that despite the lack of artistic quality in your strokes when sealing those fissures today, to the people of this world, your creation is just as important as the works of Graphia. Not a single innocent soul was lost on this day because of your protection. Looking back to the ancestral painter of the Cinder Age, do you truly think she cared about the artistic value of each stroke when she created world and canvas? Tisk. Oh. But what do I know? These are just crude observations from an amateur, so pay them no mind. I'll be on my way.
Who actually just says the word tisk? Moments later, in some corner of the city.
We meet again, Ashen Detective. It's hard to believe that I came back for you, especially after learning that you wanted to sell me out to Pearl.
We gotta thank nature's gift. The 6.1 billion credits reward has appeared again.
Fortunately, I bypassed you and struck a deal with that Intellitron instead. Regrettably, my current bounty stands at 0. Do you always turn your customers over to the police? How impressively short-sighted. No wonder your clientele is so small.
Speaking of short-sightedness, no one rivals the Stellaron Hunters, aka Destiny's slaves, isn't it? You are all fated to march toward the finality, and nothing can stop you.
On the contrary, there are many paths for us, as long as that person can see.
In other words, he can't see the trajectory of your destiny in this world during this mission?
Take a guess.
I've heard about what befell Euphorius. The war among the Eons is now inevitable. Whether it's the IPC or the Express, they are fighting for an uncertain future. And in the world where the elation is the center of attention, there will eventually be more than one Eon interfering.
No.
Even a Destiny slave would not be able to see the path ahead.
I wonder who's going to interfere with Aha. Aha. Oh, wait, abundance, I'm assuming, because they keep bringing abundance up. Maybe the hunt?
Keep guessing. We're getting pretty close.
Enough of your games. I'd say it's not too late to rename the planet Adlavin.
It's still too early to despair, old man. I came prepared, but I could use a helping hand.
30 million credits. Pay or die.
Come on, give your friend a discount, will ya? Say 0 credits?
I ain't your friend.
I meant him.
It's been a while, Yingxing.
It's been too long, Mr. La Mancha.
Ooh. They're old buddies.
I knew it. There must be an explanation for the unusual fate of this world. Though I lost sight of the sparrow, I discovered a mysterious tree. I finally found the heart of the Phantasmoon games, thanks to this little birdie. Mr. Sunday, do you sense me? There's no reaction from the bird. What's wrong with it? Hello? Is anyone there? Can I get somebody here?
Fox
No
lady?
one's here. No one.
Nobody!
No one's here.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Hello? Is anyone there? Can I get somebody here?
No one's here. No one.
That's a lie. I saw a pretty girl hiding right here through the bird's eyes. Who are you?
That's none of your business. None of your business.
If that's how it's going to be, then I'm done playing nice here. If my eyes weren't playing tricks on me, the ancient tree here must be the ambrosial arbor of abundance, yes?
Oh! So yeah, because she basically said the abundance isn't all evil, you know, or something like that. I mean, there are people who believe that anyway.
Little girl, are you going to keep playing hide and seek, or will you come out and have a proper conversation with me?
The Department of Aberration Defense often comes here to record game progress. And now my movements have been exposed to complete outsiders. I suppose it's time to leave. You sound unpleasant to talk to, but since you have eyes keen enough to tell what I am at a glance, I'll have a short chat with you. I will answer 3 questions, so ask away. Once you have your answers, I'm going to show you the door.
I wanted to question why the Joy Seeker would permit the ambrosial arbor of abundance to take root in a world they had blessed. But given their carefree nature, there was probably never any restriction to begin with.
The Joy Seeker, aha. Yeah, they usually don't really care, as long as they allow them to have fun.
On my second question, are you a Feykind native to Ahatopia, or are you one of the long-life species shaped by the ambrosial arbor?
Aren't you good at divination? Can you help me take a look whether the slip on my head says wheel or woe?
There's nothing on your head except your ears.
And that itself is the answer. I am the arbitrator who determines the outcome of the Phantasmoon games. I am the raging waves of joy and the living pulse of this world.
Diviner of the Cienjo, the weal and woe you behold are but a single petal fallen from my hand. It blooms with the morning and withers by evening, reducing to dust in a fleeting moment. My true form is the Panarch Elwood, the embodiment of instant and eternity.
Interesting. Took you quite some time to come up with those words, huh?
The one who created me did say most people wouldn't believe me. Turns out they were right.
I believe you. I feel the same way. For many do not trust the words of a diviner. Besides, no weal or woe has befallen you, which means your fate cannot be determined like that of ordinary mortals. You're not the first one I've met with this condition since my arrival here.
You're left with one question.
Since you admit to being an abomination of abundance, shouldn't you explain the fate of this world's residents? Unless they are your doing? If your answer fails to convince me, it may be too late by the time I summon the Lux Arrow from the sky of the rainbow.
Chill out. You shouldn't make jokes like this. I'm not as skilled at divination as you are. When you suddenly speak of the great weal or woe and interrogate me, I get confused too. After all, isn't every rule and every variable of the Phantasmoon games dictated by the impulse of some god? As for the brewing storm, let's settle down and discuss whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief.
This entire day has felt unreal. We had situations lined up one after another, and a growing crisis on our hands.
The Research Society is insane to meddle with the power of abundance. There's no telling how many have already undergone the happiness surgery. Full Wish witnessed the tragedy caused by the Herald of Death 15 years ago. And now, she herself has assumed that dreadful mantle. We have to relay this information to Dan Heng, Sunday, and General Yao Guang as soon as possible.
Does Foolish really think she could win? Foolish is declaring war against this world.
Full Wish is definitely aware of the enemies she's facing. That is why we must win an audience with Aha. At the very least, we need to stop Full Wish from winning the game.
Yeah. The thought of the Research Society of Happy Smiles going through with their plan gives me the chills.
It's been a long day, and all of you must be very tired. Take this chance to get some proper rest. I'll go meet Weld back on the Express. March? What about you?
The best way to recharge is to waste time. So, I'm staying outside for some fresh air.
Sounds good. I was thinking of heading to the streets for a walk.
Fair. Take a stroll through the streets.
Hey, I'm too tired to join in the fun. Go ahead if you want to play. I'll wait here for you.
Oakley dokley.
What was this?
God, this would. Not right now.
Hey there, all the smarties and dummies, children and adults, fellas. and entertainers. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you now. I don't know, it's doing what it usually does.
Now that everyone
Has made
their appearance,
no need
to keep further secrets
what you can.
as a spark
Must grow
to wildfire
as an extra one of these.
fantasy games
Shall receive all
of my authority within a few minutes.
to become
The true permanent
demon of elation. As such, it's time to revel in unabated joy.
Department of Aberration Defense. Oh, so there's 8. After the Sparksicon incident, Sparks' mask was temporarily taken away. Getting called out in public. Terrifying! Whoa, 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 what's my rank? Whoa! Wait, what? After further review, you have been found ineligible for the Phantasmo games. Your raccoon mask has been banned. Current status banned to be lifted on March 25th, 2099, 10 o'clock. Arcade encounter. What the? I got banned. Customer service now. I need to appeal. I am startled. Is this Silver Wolf? Oh really? She's only joining now? Cut the act, it's you, isn't it? Hey, it was reading that. Oh, I'm number 1. Fuck yeah. Oh, sweet. Philosophy of the Tourist. Why am I getting Eidolon's for elation when I don't even have it yet? Like, what? Hidden Pearl. Breaking news. Volume 2 supplicants take the stage in competition with AHA, personally raising the stakes. Oh, that is a lot to read. Does that mean we've got more hot topics? Nope, but I will. The Furbos have something to report. Stay tuned. So that's the first one from it. No, I didn't. Apologize right now. Like I say, we'll do this like when I've got my own time, because that's just a lot to get through on my actual self. Chat with your companions about the Phantom Moon in the sky. Oh, not that. Listen to the Phantom Moon's crazed declaration. He just spoke for real. I'm guessing that was the real end of that last mission. So is that complete now? Yep. So now we're at the next one. So after the masses, philosophy of the tourist. That winking moon up there in the sky, it just spoke for real. Those eyes, without a doubt, foretell something extraordinary. Strange imagery.
Wait, did you hear that? The moon just spoke!
I'm not hearing things, am I? The Master of Elation is here?
The moon's got a face and its speaking's the bit that weirds you out.
Hurry, make a wish. It might actually come true.
Hang on. This isn't right. Is it? Oh, that winking moon up there in the sky. It just spoke. For real. Oh, hey, it wasn't just me, was it? You heard that too, right?
I heard it loud and clear. Everyone on the street heard it. The whole world heard it.
I heard it too. That's why I came straight back for you. The winner of these Phantasmoon games shall inherit all my authority and become the true, permanent Aeon of Elation. Which means...
Aha, changed the prize. The Aeon of Elation just raised the stakes. So we'll just replace him as the new Aeon of Elation.
Precisely. Aha has raised the stakes. The final winner will inherit the authority of Elation itself.
Are you serious? This is so wild. It doesn't even feel real anymore.
Every time a path has vanished or been absorbed, the cosmic turmoil has lasted for dozens of Amber eras. The transfer of an eon's divine authority. How could that ever amount to a mere wager, lightly traded in a single world's game?
Because Aha does not give one fuck. He does not give one shit. Why would Aha do something like this? Have the stakes ever been raised like this before? Something about this feels off. Have the stakes ever been raised like this before?
Not every Phantasmoon game's ending has been recorded. Many were lost to time, most likely a consequence of the winners exercising their newfound divine authority. But as far as recorded history goes, this is unprecedented. After all, the chance to be an Eon for just 1 minute is already an irresistible lure for many.
Why would Aha do something like this?
The most logical explanation is that Aha wants to steer this game toward utter insanity. But then, who can possibly fathom the mind of an Eon?
And plus, if we go, like, I think that was Aha talking to him inside that place we were in with the Ashvale sent us to with his thing in his arm. I think when like I started getting the weird faces, something about this feels off.
Exactly. It's just too weird. Can you really just give up being an Eon? What if this is just a big prank by those masked fools?
In the historical records, instances of the Phantasmoon speaking are few and far between, and the likelihood of it being influenced by an external force is exceedingly slim.
What's the point of all this?
Basically, unless what the Phantasmoon said is some cruel joke or a play on words, once the games are over, a new god will be born. One of unknown identity, unknown morality, and unknown purpose. They won't be a guest with a 1-minute pass to the Elation theme park. They will be its new owner. They may spread good fortune and steer the great wheel of the cosmos toward hope. Or they may be a god of utter malice, mocking all who stand against the destruction, intent on dragging the universe into an abyss of despair.
Maybe there's a silver lining here. The universe is headed for turmoil. Aha must have overheard my wish.
You wished that if you won the Phantasmoon games, Aha would become the new leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. Perhaps Aha heard your idea and decided to pack up and flee in the middle of the night.
No way! It's Baseball, Raccoon, March Bunny, and Hime Cat in the flesh! Oh, what are they doing here?
I couldn't even get a ticket to Star Rail Fest, and now I'm seeing them right here on the street!
Whoa. Where did all these people come from?
Hey, that declaration the Phantasmoon mentioned was about you, right? What are you gonna do? Got any kind of moon landing plans in the works?
You should just hit it with your bat! Send that thing spinning into a black hole at the edge of the cosmos!
It's a bat, not a golf club. Why would I do that?
You smash anyone who stands in your way with that bat! The way they say it makes you sound like a supervillain. Uh-oh. You don't think that fight with the Daybreak Squadron made everyone turn on us, do you? Come on, isn't that basically your trademark? You beat the Daybreak Warriors senseless.
I mean, they sound excited to see me, not unhappy. Wait, what did that do? Oh, that's what that's for.
Uh-oh. You don't think that fight with the Daybreak Squadron made everyone turn on us, do you? Come on, isn't that basically your trademark? You beat the Daybreak Warriors senseless.
Oh, all these big shots from across the cosmos, fighting to the death right in our backyard. It's gonna be epic!
Epic? Are you brain dead? One wrong move from them and we're in serious trouble. Just like what happened with the Herald of Death years ago.
Sign this for me, future Eon!
Yo! When you become an Eon, can I be your Emanator?
We should get away from this mess. Let's head back to the Express and discuss matters there.
Sounds good. A moment later, as you squeeze your way through the crowd.
You're back. Himiko messaged me. She filled me in on the Star Rail Fest and the Phantom Moon's declaration. Things really are changing fast.
Our allies may start to have second thoughts. Now winning the games is more important than ever. I believe our objectives remain the same.
To prevent the divine authority from falling into the wrong hands, the supplicants may go to any lengths now with their tactics and actions. After all, in most people's minds, they alone are the ones best suited to wield power. Right or wrong has little to do with it. Such is the nature of human will.
Yeah, and that may be exactly what the Phantom Moon wishes to see. A spectacular, head-on battle of ambitions.
Madame Pearl has sent a communication request to the Astral Express. Accept transmission?
It hasn't been long since we parted, and here I am disturbing you once more. My sincerest apologies.
Please, there's no need to apologize. Given the urgency of this transmission, Madame Pearl, I assume you wish to discuss the Phantom Moon's recent declaration.
Nothing manipulates people's emotions quite like that moon in the sky. A permanent handover of divine authority. It is unprecedented.
I can't help but wonder whether some malicious presence lurks behind the Phantom Moon. Still, who else but the Elation themselves could wield such control over it?
In any case, the Phantom Moon's speech has made the public realize that the power to create a god is in their hands. Their emotions, and perhaps even their wish power, are swelling to historic levels. The Department of Aberration Defense even detected a surge of agitation and unrest among the Imaginae. When normal people believe power rests in their hands, their decisions tend to grow more radical and reckless. Please, be careful, and make sure to protect yourselves.
Protect ourselves? We need protection. We need protection. We're the Astral Express.
Correct. It would be wise to keep a low profile and stay out of the public eye. The Media and Public Relations Department has been monitoring public sentiment. At present, speculation and criticism regarding the Astral Express are surging.
I've seen it online myself. Following the fight with the Daybreak Warriors, there's been no shortage of hostile commentary aimed at him. A commentary program on TV has been claiming the Express's adventures are nothing but stories fabricated by the IPC. Many believe the Astral Express is oppressing the local heroes, and some even are speculating that he is the new Herald of Death.
What the? What's wrong with these people?
These narratives are undoubtedly being amplified by media platforms steered by Fullwish. I've received a report from the Security Bureau. They tell me that many fans of the Daybreak Squadron have been stirred up and are threatening retaliation against the Express. I'll reinforce security in case agitators attempt to storm the station.
You can control public opinion, can't you? Why don't we disclose what really happened in that fight?
Regrettably, I cannot agree to this. Clarifying the facts amid a frenzy of public sentiment is like trying to quell boiling water by stirring it. It only fuels the flames. The happiness surgery causes recipients to undergo an abundance transformation. Disclosing such sensational information would probably be taken as a hoax or trigger public panic. I will instruct the Department of Aberration Defense to verify the true mechanism behind the happiness surgery as soon as possible and assess its potential impact. I strongly advise you to exercise restraint in front of the media. Even the smallest statement can be selectively edited and misrepresented.
You can control public opinion, can't you?
I can, but you overestimate what control really means. In the arena of public opinion, those who look strong are often the ones at a disadvantage. And besides,
you'll be distancing yourself from us for a while. Isn't that right?
That is accurate. We intend to scale back our public association for the time being. If it's confirmed that the Express is colluding with the IPC, its public image would only deteriorate further.
This is all Fullwish is doing.
That much is certain. Still, given the current volatility of public sentiment, please exercise caution and self-control. I sincerely hope that the Phantom Moon's declaration will not disrupt the goodwill between us. A greater danger still stands before us. After listening to the declaration, who knows what extremes Fullwish might be driven to. Affairs demand my attention, so I must excuse myself. Should there be further developments, I will keep you apprised.
What do you make of the current situation?
We need to take action and put a stop to Fullwish before things get even worse. Even if I'd never joined the Phantom Moon Games, I'd still make this decision.
For everyone she has fooled, for Scott, for Cinderborn.
We cannot allow her to deceive and poison innocent people in the name of happiness.
Agreed. Given the likelihood of Fullwish acting unpredictably, we should confront her with everything we have. That reminds me, I've been wondering, the happiness surgery taps into the power of abundance, yet Fullwish seems perfectly normal. Just, how did she get her hands on something so dangerous?
Perhaps it's the lingering poison left behind by the previous Herald of Death.
Herald of Death. Yeah, but that's the complete opposite of abundance. Why would they ever want anyone to be killed? It's the lingering poison left behind by the previous Herald of Death. Herald of Death, lingering poison?
15 years ago, the monster who turned living flesh into his artwork would, in the heat of combat, slip into bouts of frenzied elation and delirium. The murderous mark he left behind, the bloody bloom, was no mere delusion. According to his interrogation transcripts, he claimed to witness a brilliant golden tree, promising him everlasting life.
Oh, the Ambrosia Arbor. Golden Tree, Ambrosia Arbor, the Phantasmoon Courtyard Secret Tree.
I cannot say whether the vision this madman claimed to see corresponds to something real, but the possibility cannot be ruled out.
Oh.
He claimed that in his hallucinations, the golden tree's branches coiled around him, drowning him in frenzy and pleasure. He wanted its blossoms to bloom before all, and to bring about that miracle, he was willing to slaughter without restraint. In hindsight, it's clear that the Herald of Death was a supplicant who bore the power of abundance. The tragedy he orchestrated in Planarcadia ultimately forged another version of himself. Full Wish. Right now, in Planarcadia, how many have undergone the happiness surgery and turned into potential abominations of abundance? It's a terrifying thought. Full Wish. What has happened to you over the years? Hiding behind these innocent people. What are you really trying to accomplish? I need more information about this junior of mine. I plan to head to Graphia Academy. Care to join me? If we're to investigate Full Wish, we need to examine the traces left behind from the Herald of Death incident that took place during the last Phantasmoon Games. The recollections of teachers and the student records sealed away by the school. We're bound to find a vital clue there.
Let's find out everything about Full Wish. I need a moment to prepare. I'll catch you at the academy.
Full Wish isn't an opponent to be taken lightly. We'll need to be thoroughly prepared. See you at the academy.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I filled it.
Ugh. Full Wish won't let up her media offensive. Watch your backs out there. I'll remain aboard the Express and manage things from here. I'll provide support if needed.
Sounds good. I'll leave things on the Express to you. It's in good hands. You be careful too, Mr. Young.
Don't you worry about me. I've still got plenty of fight left in me yet.
Hidden Pearl. I'm guessing this is the music in her room in the tower. Oh, hey, Fugue, you know what I know, do I?
You know what I know. And you won't say what I won't say.
What? When did you become a Riddler?
I'm not just talking to myself. It's something a Riddler named Baden Bobby Ballo Balla once said. What do you think those words mean, Benefactor?
The answer is the riddle itself. I don't know, so I won't say.
Answering a riddle with a riddle? You're quite smart, Benefactor. I don't fully understand it, but the books do say that the Riddlers love to destroy the certainty of language. I imagine they would not answer with words. I've made a fool of myself, haven't I? However, I essentially reconstructed my own cognition from the words of others, which is why I entertained that thought. People's memories and pasts are complicated indeed.
Oh, let's go in the back a sec. No, not this way. I meant the front. Into the party car! It doesn't seem as bad today. Oh, hey, Asheville. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's just... Correct. The name was Aha's debt statement. Oh, damn. I'll give it a proper read later. The gaze from the stars.
As temperamental as Planarcadia can be. The stars in the cosmos are as they've always been. Faithful beacons of the universe. It feels just like yesterday.
Do you miss the old days? Welcome aboard, detective.
How did that one story go again? Those who die will eventually become the constellations high above. That's how the great cosmos came to be. If that's really true, then I suppose my old friends must be blinking back at me right in this moment. Thanks for the invitation. Being here gives me the chance to experience what it's like to soar through the cosmos like the Nameless.
I hope you'll visit more in the future. I want to know your story.
I'll be sure to annoy you often. Opportunities like this come only a handful in a lifetime.
I wonder why Rapper never came aboard. That was a curious one. I forgot, you have to actually open it. Honey dice. I can't believe I completely forgot you're supposed to click on the box. So I can sit on its back meow.
I'm never taking a bath again. My AI components are
Let's find the last one. Where did you go? Where are you? surely in one of the pillows.
If you care for some jokes, a bit of laughter might be good for your health.
Oh, there is. Or will they now? Right, so where we going? Graphia Academy!
Well, after that so-called dream campus experience, we've ended up back at Graphia Academy. It's almost like revisiting the place after graduation.
Wake up, March! I suppose you could call this your alma mater now.
Wait a minute. This nostalgia isn't an after effect of the Sparksy virus, right?
Don't worry, Marge. The Department of Aberration Defense conducted a comprehensive disinfection of the campus.
That's a relief. The last thing I need is to be mid-investigation and suddenly morph into some hopping, dancing mushroom rabbit. Speaking of which, where should we begin our investigation into Full Wish?
Maybe we could, maybe we should start with the teachers who are familiar with the situation. We could check the archives. How about talking to the dean first? We could check the archives.
It's only appropriate that we obtain permission from the dean before proceeding with the investigation. 15 years have passed, but there should be a backup of the student files, work logs, or visitor records, and only he knows where they're stored. Let's go then, to the dean's office.
To talk to my father.
Say yes.
Teacher, that the gym teacher is sick again.
Seed.
Himeko, there you are at last. The news said you got into a huge fight with those, what were they called? The warriors at the Floating Isle exhibition. And then you disappeared. Let me see, you're not hurt anywhere, are you? I sent you a dozen messages, and you didn't reply to a single one. Do you have any idea how worried I was? But seeing that you've come to tell me you're safe in person, I'll let this slide. If you're really so preoccupied, a message or a call would do, you know. Ah, it's you two. I saw you on the news as well. Valiantly fought, huh? These Megatron warriors don't know who they're messing with. Do you think they dare challenge my daughter's subordinates?
Well, now it feels like we're the underlings of Warlord Himeko or something.
In any case, I'll leave Himeko in your hands. Please try to keep her out of combat.
Don't worry, I'm a great bodyguard. Of course, Grandpa. I got it, Grandpa.
Stop, stop! Every time you and he get together, the conversation somehow drifts completely off course.
Wait, did the Trailblazer talk to her father?
I'm fine. I'm good. Your daughter's no porcelain doll. We came here to...
I know. I understand. You didn't come as my daughter. Rather, I am currently speaking to the navigator of the Astral Express. But tell me, has there been progress on the new Herald of Death case? I wasn't expecting the question to come in rounds.
In rounds?
The Department of Aberration Defense also sent someone here before you. They inquired about Foolish. But regrettably, I truly don't know how to answer. On one hand, I wasn't here 15 years ago. On the other, she is still considered one of our school's distinguished alumni. I'm aware that you're involved in the investigation too. So, I compiled the pertinent documents ahead of time. I hope they'll be of use to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryusuke.
Go ahead. The files are inside the archive room. Take whatever materials you need.
Oh right, about Full Wish. 50 years ago, we won't take up any more of your time. Oh right, about Full Wish.
To be honest, it wasn't until the Herald of Death incident 15 years ago that I first learned her name. As the Dean, I should have met up with her more often and tried harder to soothe the wounds it left on her. Well, I just couldn't.
Why?
Do you really need all the details? The whole serving as a model example thing. I don't want to tarnish it completely. I knew it was a selfish thought. But I just couldn't help it. Back then, whenever I heard her name, I thought to myself, if someone was able to survive the incident, then why couldn't it have been my daughter?
15 years ago,
15 years ago, I received a commission to paint a massive portrait for an elixir seeker chief on the planet of Goliath's Shepherd. They said he had an elixir that could cure countless diseases. By the time I came back, everything had changed. There had been a terrible accident on campus, and my daughter... Even though I knew my presence here wouldn't have changed anything, because of that incident, I made a promise to never leave this world again during the Phantom Moon Games. That's why I immediately flew here when I heard about the full Phantom Moon. But once again, I was too late. And the supplicant called Sparksy had turned the campus upside down.
It's all right. You can leave the crisis solving to the Nameless.
You're right about that. Yet oddly, once Sparksy stirred up all that chaos, applications to the school soared to an all-time high. Times we live in are increasingly beyond my comprehension.
We won't take up any more of your time then.
You're always welcome. Other than the archive room, you could also try talking to Miss Dolly. She's the longest-serving faculty member here and likely knows the most.
Then we'll try the archive room. Let's go, you two. Thank you, Dad.
We should be able to find the archive room and Miss Dolly around the Imagenesis classroom, right?
True, but there's a document in here I want to pick up. There's two documents. Phantom Moon Games secret records. Wait, why won't let me pick it up? Oh, there we go. History of Graphia Academy. Oh my god, another one. Weathering Curse Record.
Oh my goodness, I thought I recognized you in the distance. Himiko, it really is you!
I was trying to talk to the students.
Miss Dolly, please forgive me for not coming to see you sooner. I've been back for a while now, but this is the first chance I've had to come see you.
Don't worry about it. I'm simply happy that you cared enough to visit. I must apologize about the mask you entrusted me. In the end...
Please, I can't thank you enough for safeguarding the mask all those years.
Look at you. You haven't changed a bit. You and your friends look like you're in a hurry. Is there something you need to attend to?
We're here to ask about Full Wish. It is said Full Wish is an outstanding alumna.
Foolish? A poor child who survived the Herald of Death. The school organized a fundraiser for her back then. I still remember how she bowed again and again with tears in her eyes at everyone who helped. Poor girl. Though she was lucky to have survived, her parents didn't make it. There were rumors flying around the school saying she had something to do with the Herald of Death. Otherwise, why would she be so lucky? She's the only one who survived. What a bunch of scoundrels. She had good grades and a good heart. And becoming famous, she often came back to visit the school and sponsored a number of scholarship projects.
Speaking of which, do you know anything about what happened to her after she graduated from school?
I heard she went somewhere beyond the sky to further her studies after graduation. She had the chance to work for the Interastral Peace Corporation, but chose to return home and take over Seafeld TV instead, which was on the verge of bankruptcy.
Somewhere beyond the sky. Miss Dolly, do you know where she went exactly?
I never heard. However, she pushed out many projects after taking over the TV station and managed to expand their business to the whole of Planarcadia in just a few years. That is all I know.
Thank you, Ms. Dolly, for your intel.
Oh, I can still talk to him.
Is sick again. The new Herald of Death is real! They say he came back to life and was responsible for what happened in Dovebrook. He's not coming here to kill again. Is he? Maybe we should ask for leave and stay home until this blows over?
What are you, scared? If he really comes, I'm live streaming the whole thing and getting all the clout for it. Don't need leave after that. I'll just quit school altogether.
What do you know about the Herald of Death?
I heard he murdered hundreds of students here 15 years ago.
Hundreds? Really? I only heard that the crime scene still exists somewhere on campus. I don't feel too good about this. We should get out of here.
If we help the Express Gang, there's a chance we might get featured in The Fluffy.
obsessed with becoming famous.
So many people are.
Yet another cycle of the Phantom Moon Games. Himiko, please take care of yourself.
Oh, that's creepy.
Ugh, the atmosphere in this archive room is giving me the creeps. It's so gloomy. Almost like we've stumbled into Fixtroll Garden.
It was like this 15 years ago as well. The archives tracked all academic results. Near the final exams, students dissatisfied with their abilities often poured their frustration into painting unsettling things. There's a lot of data stored here. Aside from what my father organized for us, let's explore the other areas as well. If possible, keep an eye out for clues regarding Fullwish's life after graduation. She returned to her alma mater frequently, so there must be records of her visits. Dabbling in technology related to the abundance. Where exactly did she acquire it? Perhaps her past holds a clue.
Optional: investigate the computer, investigate the sparkle doll, examine the filing cabinets to view the Graphia Academy Illuminate Directory.
Is this...
Could Sparksies really have pulled the same trick again and left you a gift at the school? Tag on the sparkle doll. Confiscated from the Sparksy fan club's unauthorized late night gathering. Date of confiscation unknown. Confiscated items: sparkle plushie. Reason for confiscation: 3 second-year students and 5-year students formed an unauthorized club called Sparksy Fan Club and held an unsanctioned gathering in the gymnasium late at night. Club members wore bizarre costumes, waved glow sticks and chanted "Destroy the old model" and "Sparksicle forever," all while surrounding the doll. The continuous noise resulted in a night patrol teacher suffering a sudden seizure and requiring emergency medical attention. Disposal method: stored in the archive room, to be returned upon graduation.
Oh, did they really have to put this here?
He's having flashbacks. The computer that's probably older than you, living out its golden years on this desk. Search Foolish. Search Herald of Death. Search Himiko. Renowned entrepreneur Foolish visits school recently. Foolish warmly shakes hands with students. What did they take away from the speech? Here's what these 3 students had to say.
There are so many press releases here.
Scroll forward a bit. Scroll to the earliest record.
The school's annual Distinguished Students Register from 1982 to 1984. For 3 consecutive years, first place was always Foolish.
Search Herald of Death Incident. No results found for your search. The search page slaps the black text on a white background right in your face.
The IPC has severed all channels of intel with its iron grip. Hardly a surprise.
Search Himiko.
Formal caution regarding a student's non-compliant hairstyle. Disciplinary action concerning a student's involvement in 3 food poisoning cases.
Oh no.
Disciplinary notice for a student's involvement in a physical altercation.
Damn, Himiko is quite the bad girl. Simply magnificent, you read with bated breath, and it takes a good long while before you snap out of it. Right, this isn't exactly the task at hand. At the very bottom of all the entries regarding Himiko lies a faculty appointment notice from 15 years ago. That new red-haired assistant is the dean's daughter. Her constitution is weak, so she can't handle heavy labour. Remember, don't assign her anything outside of clerical work. So read the note in the file.
There are so many press releases here.
So what if I scroll forward a bit? Renowned entrepreneur Fulwish donates scholarship. School makes first appearance in Fulwish TV's annual university rankings. Fulwish TV covers our school's anniversary celebration once again. Scroll to the earliest record.
The school's annual Distinguished Students Register from 1982 to 1984.
So what? So it lets me read them both if I scroll forward a bit first. But if I just go straight to the beginning, it doesn't let me read the other bit. That's bullshit. The school's annual. Yeah.
For 3 consecutive years, first place was always Fulwish.
Let's just stop there for now. Hey, Mark.
Open up! Detective March 7th is on the case. So spill the beans. How much do you know about what happened 15 years ago?
Yeah, Froggy.
You've got the wrong guy, I swear. I'm just an innocent, cursed imaginary. I can never move from the spot. I don't know anything. Ribbit. The dean ordered me to dig up whatever materials I could find for you all to read.
Oh, Himiko's here too.
I've looked through the catalog, and there are serious gaps in the data. After the incident, the Department of Aberration Defense must have confiscated a significant number of the school's archives and logs.
The label of this cabinet reads Alumni Yearbook. In which year did Fulwish graduate? You seem to remember you obtained this information somewhere. Recall deeper. I remember it all wrong. Sometimes a little deduction is sufficient to make up for missing memories. It is currently year 1999 of the Planarcadian calendar. The Herald of Death incident took place 15 years ago. I remember it all wrong. The year Fulwish graduated is... Flip through the Almanac Yearbook for the class of 1982. Flip through the Almanac Yearbook for the class of 1983. Flip through the Almanac... Oh, it's 1984, but let's check the other two anyway. Your gaze sweeps across the youthful, smiling faces in the photo. It feels surreal to think that these people are now pushing middle age. Regrettably, Fulwish was not among them. The yearbook's got a pretty wild design. Everyone in the graduation photos dressed like they raided a costume shop, and some genius even brought their illegal, imaginated creations for the group shot. This school's culture sure is quite liberal. Regrettably, Fulwish was not among them. The first page is a somber graduation photo. None of the students in the photo betrayed any hint of a smile. They stood sparsely, like the teeth in an aged person's mouth, separated by absences that could never be filled. In the Alumni Yearbook for the class of 1984, you find the page belonging to Fulwish. Class of 1984 Alumni Yearbook Fulwish. Personal information. Name, Fulwish. Birthday, unknown. Address, number, unknown. Street, Seafeld City. Planarcadia, Consternation Star Zone. Contact, unknown. Post-graduation destination. I should say illegible, really. Post-graduation destination, Institute of Cognitive Science, Garden Star Botanical Study. My interests. Favourite colour, white. Dream destination, the seaside. Favourite animal, hallucigenia. Ideal career, teacher. Messages from classmates. Graduation day has finally arrived, but so many never made it back. If I hadn't slipped away early that day, could I have done something for them? When I look at the empty seats in our classroom, I often feel guilty for being powerless. Full Wish, did you feel the same? But I've come to terms with it now. The past is the past. Those of us left behind, we have to take care of ourselves. I hear the climate on Garden Star Botanical Study is very different. Take care of yourself, Full Wish. Sire. Winning first place in the campus Imaginesis competition. Ranking at the top for several consecutive semesters. You have always been outstanding, Full Wish. That's why I truly believe you can make it through that nightmare and show all of Planarcadia, with a smile, that we won't be easily defeated by a single tragedy. I've never doubted that. A new chapter in life is about to begin. Facing the lens of life, please keep on smiling. Sarah. Message from a teacher. Hearing that you will soon leave Planarcadia to pursue cognitive science, I can't help but feel a sense of loss. It's a failure on my part as a teacher that I couldn't inspire you to stay in the Imaginesis industry. But as your teacher, I fully understand your choice. To have helped shape a researcher like you for the Intelligentsia Guild fills me with a deep pride. I sincerely wish you the vastest of horizons, Full Wish. May you realise your dreams, and may the sorrow sown in the past blossom into flowers of happiness in the future. Hermione. Message from parents left blank.
Garden Star of Botanical Study. Cognitive Science Research. Miss Dolly mentioned that Full Wish went beyond the sky to study after graduation. Turns out, this is where she went. Let's go chat with the others.
Well, did you find anything?
I found these clues. There are still places we need to investigate. I found these clues. You tell Himiko about the clues you discovered in the alumni catalogue.
Garden Star of Botanical Study? It appears to be a greenhouse world located within the Consternation Star Zone. Oh, found it. Its property ownership is registered under a specific school within the Intelligentsia Guild. Strange. The name of the school is encrypted. I've heard conspiracy theories claiming the Herald of Death from 15 years ago was actually someone from the IPC. Given the great lengths the IPC went to in wiping away all traces after the incident, perhaps the rumors are true.
Full Wish was hurt by the Herald of Death. Yet after studying in an institution funded by the IPC, she became a suspect in the new Herald of Death incident.
As expected, it always comes back to the IPC. Is that where Full Wish obtained the technology of the abundance?
You mean she created the happiness surgery after studying on that greenhouse world?
It's certainly possible, but the information is still too vague to make any judgments. I'm more inclined to think that after witnessing the power of the Herald of Death, she resolved to uncover the truth behind it. That's why she went to another world to study after graduation. But is the knowledge she gained in just a few short years enough to create the happiness surgery? If the power of the abundance used in the happiness surgery stems from the Herald of Death's lingering poison, would the IPC, who have tried to hide this in every way possible, really be unaware of her actions? There are too many things here that an ordinary scholar simply couldn't achieve. Perhaps I should contact her as a fellow alumna and have an open, honest talk.
Contact Full Wish as her senior? After all this time, would she even want to see you?
I don't know.
How did you meet her? Can you tell us about the Full Wish you knew?
Back then, I had taken a leave of absence from university due to health issues. So I was doing some idle work at my father's school to clear my mind. Full Wish would occasionally run to the library to slack off. She and Belle always appeared together, helping me organize newspaper clippings and library cards, all while chattering on about classmates' crushes and the latest gossip. They didn't treat me like a patient who needed special care, nor did they treat me like the dean's daughter. We often shared snacks brought from home and secretly dug out the school's collection of ancient books and paintings to admire them. Full Wish, she was the model student, always knowing a little more than everyone else. Her questions often went beyond the textbooks, pushing past the boundaries of what someone her age should know. When she looked through those illustrations of Imagine, her eyes would always sparkle. I could feel the passion in her eyes, and an unspeakable sense of loneliness. If she still remembers our old friendship, she will meet me. Full Wish is walking a dangerous path right now, and the deeper someone looks into the abyss, the more they crave the recognition and understanding of old friends. I want to ask her myself, why has the happiness she pursues become an illusion that can only be maintained by a taboo surgery?
I'll go with you. I'll protect you.
Me too.
Thank you, you two. And thank you for your investigation. Though many questions remain unanswered, at least I now have a clearer picture of her movements after graduation. By the way, before we leave the school, there's one more place I'd like to visit. Before I meet Full Wish, I want to say goodbye to that memory from 15 years ago.
You mean that old school building from 15 years ago?
I guess so.
And the culprit is...
Ah, open up. Ask her about what? Off with their heads. I wonder if this is where we do the yeah, I wonder if this is where we do the Whisper War. Yeah. I bet it is. Yep. Had a feeling. Can do that after.
Stream 4.
Here we are.
I'm so sorry. I just couldn't finish tidying up the ribbons, and now I've dragged you into staying this late?
Don't worry about it, Belle. It was my turn on duty today anyway.
Himeko? Is this?
Yes. In this imaginated classroom, the after images of the students from 15 years ago still linger in their original places.
Tomorrow is the school anniversary. I wonder how lively it will be. They've invited parents here. Will your parents be coming? Oh, Full Wish?
Oh, that's Full Wish from her youth.
Yeah, Dad already took time off. By now he's probably out on the streets with Mom, picking out formal wear. If it's my daughter's performance, we have to dress to the nines. That's just like him. He always loves making those kinds of jokes.
Then you'd better put on a good show, huh?
There won't be a show anymore, Belle. Because unexpected guests have arrived. Everyone from the Astral Express and Himeko. I didn't expect to meet you here. Did you enjoy yourselves at Star Rail Fest? Did you grant those smiling kids their wishes and bring joy to everyone?
Smiling Kids Daybreak Squadron.
Full Wish. Himeko, you recognized me at just a glance.
Full Wish, what are you doing here?
I am here to mourn that dusk from 15 years ago. Before making any major decisions, I always come here to sit in silence for a while. I thought Himeko was at school like the rest of us that day. When I saw Belle lying in a pool of blood, when I was crushed under the collapsed wall and unable to breathe, the thought crossed my mind. Poor Himeko. If you had met the Herald of Death with that delicate frame of yours. But who would have guessed? You're alive and living quite well. You became the navigator of the Astral Express, roaming freely beyond the sky, just like the three of us used to talk about in our chats. Your dream came true. Congratulations are in order. Himeko, do you know 15 years have passed? And my wounds have mostly healed. Regrettably, there are some scars and emptiness that time can never heal. Look around. Even here, even with these phantoms, their seats are still empty. Belle, Leon, Ziania, Mia, and so many others. 15 years have passed, and I've learned that time isn't a cure. It's a shroud, binding itself around me, layer upon layer. So I made a decision. I'm going to tear it open. I'm going to let everything bloody and unforgettable beneath it see the light of day again. See the light of day? You were a victim of the Herald of Death, only to become the second Herald of Death yourself? You intend to use a power you can't possibly comprehend to win the Phantasmoon games.
Well, damn.
How are you any different from that monster back then? From the monster that took your parents' lives? I'm sorry. I shouldn't compare you to that devil. You still have a chance. Stop this now. Stop? I'm sorry. I don't quite understand what you're saying.
How's she still got a chance? She is already killed. Just as I thought, she won't admit it. You know exactly what we're talking about. In that case, I can't let you leave.
I would advise everyone to think twice before making rash accusations. As a media professional, let me give you a piece of advice. From now on, when you're in front of a camera lens, watch your expressions and be cautious with your words and actions. At the very least, try not to look so flustered during this public exchange. We live in a world where we are constantly gazed upon and watched by others. This camera crew was originally prepared for my upcoming speech, but meeting you all here, it really adds a wonderful dramatic flair. To the audience watching from your screens, you know my name, and I know that right now, you are watching me. 15 years ago, with the tacit approval of the IPC and the Arcadia Council, the Master of Elation's divine ritual degenerated into a barbaric, bloody game. You and I, the residents of this Arcadia, surrendered a lifetime of dignity, wealth, and time to them, all in exchange for a single full meal. We are surrounded by bizarre entertainment and stimulating gore. We soak all day in shallow, boring programs, achieving nothing.
That is not the colour of the outfit she was wearing. In fact, it's a completely different outfit altogether, I think.
And now, we must live in fear of the unscrupulous atrocities of these supplicants from beyond the sky, forcing smiles as we applaud and cheer for them. Is this the happiness the god promised us? No! Absolutely not! The Master of Elation would never be deceived by miracles, but with pain and blood. What they desire to see are heartfelt smiles. And so, they granted me a revelation.
Excuse me, we have not committed any atrocities.
Everyone, on that evening 15 years ago, what saved me was not luck. It was not the supplicants, and it was certainly not the IPC. Right here, as the Herald of Death approached, step by step, the one who sent down a miracle was the Master of Elation. They allowed me to escape with my life. And when I was trapped in a small room, consumed by loneliness, they sent me a mask. They revealed my mission to me, to bring happiness back to a Planarcadia that has lost its smile. I, Fullwish, survivor of the Bloodstained Games, hereby formally announce that I will join the Phantasmoon Games! In this game, I shall win the Eon of Elation's authority. And then, I will make smiles of happiness bloom on the faces of every single person in Planarcadia! Himiko, don't frown. Smile. I will bring happiness to you too, just as I will bring it to everyone. I won't manipulate the Phantom Moon games like those high and mighty IPC executives. Nor will I treat the rewards granted by the god of elation as bargaining chips for profit. We are in Planarcadia, so we should decide the winner in a Planarcadian way. I'll give you a stage if that's what you want. I invite you all to a televised debate at Full Wish TV in Seafeld City. The invitation extends to all supplicants.
A Planarcadian way? That's just a way that benefits you. We're not going.
You can refuse, of course, but then, under the gaze of billions of viewers, you must accept your public image as frauds deceiving the world and cowards with guilty consciences. Remember, this isn't just an invitation. It is your only chance to defeat me in front of everyone, since you believe you represent what is right. The stage is set. Come and perform this final act that will determine the future of the Arcadia with me. Or simply leave. The choice is yours.
Darn it! Are we just going to let Full Wish walk away?
We are right in the middle of the cameras she prepared. Remember to be cautious with your words and actions. Let's leave here and return to the Express.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report. We're continuing our exclusive coverage. Just moments ago, we received some shocking news. The head of our station, Lady Foolwish, has officially announced that she will be entering the Phantom Moon Games as a supplicant.
At the same time, Lady Foolwish has announced a blockbuster special! The end of a century TV debate! She's inviting supplicants to the Foolish TV studio to discuss and debate the topic, what kind of future will the Phantom Moon Games bring to this world?
What a magnificent topic! At a time when supplicants from beyond the sky are brazenly suppressing and insulting our local heroes, finally, a supplicant has appeared who truly cares about and represents the citizens of Planarcadia.
Too true! Ever since these Phantom Moon Games began, signs of things spiraling out of control have been popping up everywhere. First, the famous streamer Sparksy tried to spread a mimetic virus. Then the nameless of the Astral Express clashed with the Daybreak Squadron, causing severe damage to Lookout Cloud and the Skyline Express line.
With so many accidents happening, you really can't help but wonder, are we seeing a repeat of the blood-stained games from 15 years ago?
You got that right! Speaking of the blood-stained games 15 years ago, Miss Foolish herself was a survivor of that tragedy. She's come such a long way, never once letting her painful past keep her down. A true legend of resilience. Now Miss Foolish has joined the fray as a supplicant. She must be here to stop the tragedy from repeating itself and to reclaim the peaceful days this world deserves from the hands of supplicants from beyond the sky.
Will she be able to shoulder the wishes of all Planarcadia and set this game right again after it's spiraled out of control? Let's wait and see.
Ugh, so shameless. Reporting news about your own station director on your own TV station, and you still have the gall to pretend you've received some shocking news? Don't you guys talk to each other internally?
I see. Full Wish actively issued a challenge. I ran a search. Seafeld City is a port town neighboring Duo-Mention City. Full Wish TV's predecessor, Seafeld TV, is located there. Looking at it this way, the televised debate is obviously nothing more than a diversion. What Full Wish wants most is for us to walk right into the trap she's prepared. So, what do you think?
What do you think? I accept her challenge. I won't back down.
You're really going to the TV station to fight her?
I'll go. But not to debate. I'm going to tear off her mask of happiness in front of the entire audience. But before we act, I need more help.
Help? We can all help you. Wait, do you mean...
Sunday! Sparksy! Either.
Sparksy.
Oh.
Ever since Sunday was dragged into the Phantom Moon Games by Yao Guang, he hasn't returned for days. However, I haven't heard of him making any public appearances either. Asking him to cooperate as a wildcard right now is a good idea.
But what's the deal with finding Sparksy?
Whether Sparksy counts as our ally is a massive question mark. But right now, there is indeed something we need her help with. Full Wish said that when loneliness trapped her in that small room, the Master of Elation sent her a mask.
Oh, okay. Aha, for real? So she's a masked fool?
Her claim might just be a glorified way of saying the tavern sent her an invitation. But that phrasing reveals that she is likely a masked fool. If every fool has stepped into the tavern before, then there must be traces hidden there left by Full Wish as a fool. Just like...
how we tracked down the clues about SparksyCon.
Sparksy. Will she stand on our side? Well, this is certainly a condition she wouldn't be able to turn down.
Oh! Not long before in the Phantasmoon courtyard.
You just said, as for the brewing storm, whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief. What exactly was that supposed to mean? You mean to say the Joy Seeker wants to destroy the very rules they laid down? The game they wove with their own hand?
The Joy Seeker, aha. Aha. The Joy Seeker, aha. Aha, the elation. Is it aha or aha? I think it's aha, the elation.
Come over here.
No.
This fox mask is a ritual instrument I once used in dance and music. It accompanied me across vast distances in search of an elixir of immortality, a mark of who I was in life. I've lost count of how long it has been since I last wore it since being enlightened and transplanted here. But here it is, presented upon the altar again, which means...
As the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
For over a century, I presided over a war game in which supplicants carved out their own territories and vied for supremacy, using the power of the masks. I've also hosted survival games where emanators took the stage to compete, invoking eonic powers to try and slaughter every last opponent in a single day. Whenever the Phantasmoon Games are at risk of being suspended or disrupted, I will use the authority granted by the Elation and the Abundance to measure, judge, and punish any violators. I guess you could call me the security protocol for the Phantasmoon Games.
But now, someone has gone and designated me as a supplicant. It's utterly unheard of. Who else but the laughter could pull off something like this?
Perhaps. Some entity harboring a deep-seated hatred for the laughter.
Who could it be? Entities like that. I couldn't count them all even if I used my toes.
Who could hate the elation? Is it the destruction again? He just wants to he's just trying to kill another one. It's another Lord Ravager, the one against the hair.
I warned that jerk ages ago. Take a joke too far, and you're bound to make enemies. See? Instant karma.
Oops.
Never mind who he is, or what he's after. We're here, now. So what do you plan on doing? Fortune rests upon misfortune, and misfortune gives rise to fortune. Becoming a supplicant isn't necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't that allow you to step openly into this chaos and drag the puppet master into the light?
You're looking to team up with me? Team up with someone from the abominations of abundance that you Xianzhou people despise?
That's hardly appropriate. You're an ancient sacred tree. It's the furthest thing from an abomination of abundance, no?
Oh, your standards are certainly flexible. The hunt and the abundance. We really make quite the interesting pair. So, where do you plan on starting?
How about we start by freeing my friend in the tree?
I nearly forgot about that. Chip away, little bird. I'll allow it.
General Yao Guang and Miss Fox, I've received some news that might interest you.
A happiness surgery that wipes away suffering. The power of abundance in this world is disgustingly excessive. It seems the most terrifying omen I foresaw may not originate from the Stellaron hunters, nor from Planarcadia itself. This supplicant, called Full Wish, is also a dangerous variable.
If you can, I would ask that you direct your focus toward Seafeld City.
You want to take a trip to Seafeld City? It seems I'll have to use some special measures to shorten the journey.
Oh, this is the part I've been looking forward to the most. I've always been curious where exactly this secret court is located, and what it connects to.
Xianzhou lady, let me show you this world's most impressive method of travel. Here we are!
Already? Wait. Why are we at this station?
Because naturally, we're taking the express to get where we're going.
All that build-up, and this is your idea of an impressive method of travel?
Well, what else? That's why I said you've definitely never seen this before. It's the Bulletworm Express. I bet you've never taken a ride on this.
You're the arbitrator of the Phantom Moon games. For crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way of getting around?
You're a great general of the sea and Joe for crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way to get around?
Owned.
Fine, fine. For the first time in my life, I finally know what it feels like to be a fool.
There you go! The train bound for Seabelt City is arriving at the station.
Hey, you got any money on you? Spot me a ticket, would ya?
That's the second time.
Wow. Hey, whoa, whoa. There we go. Right, now it's done it. Wait, what did she use? Oh, she's got like a square, like, sword. Oh, that's cool. I'm definitely, like, gonna pull for her. Build the crane and save the world! Right, we'll end that one there.